All right. So today we're here with Miss Brenda and her granddaughter Rita. And as you all know, we've discussed this, what this interview is about. We've been lately here with Little Rock Hood News and Marquez TV discussing about sexual molestation and grooming of little girls and possibly little boys by predators in our community. And as we did the interview last week with Ashley, we got an influx of calls and text messages from different people. And this case right here that we're discussing this evening is very horrific. It's going to bother, it should bother everyone, but it's going to bother some people. It's going to make some people extremely uncomfortable. And the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to introduce the two individuals here. I'm going to let you state only their first names, and then I'm going to allow the young lady to with one quick question to her, explain exactly what she endured. So first, tell what's your first name and who you are related to.
My name is Brenda, and Daria's grandmother.
And you?
I am Rita, and this is my grandmother.
Okay. So kind of, speak up so everyone can, so the mic can get y'all. And I will ask this. How did you come about meeting me and ending up here? How did all that come about?
After seeing the story with the young lady that you was talking about, and I saw a lot of young ladies reaching out about molestation and raping their family, and we had been talking about we wanted to tell her story for a while now, and we never could find the proper time or the right person to speak with.
So if I might ask, what just made you, when you say you couldn't find the right person, the right time, and so forth, what made you actually reach out to us?
Dealing with the police department, it just seemed like they working slow on our excuse me, on our case with her. And I felt like if this was put out and the people could hear her story, then maybe someone could tell where he's at, or maybe he will turn himself in.
So let me get this understood so the viewers will know. This case has been reported to a law enforcement agency.
Yes, sir.
And that law enforcement agency is conducting an investigation.
Yes, sir.
And it is my understanding that the young man that did this to your granddaughter, there is a warrant out for his arrest.
Yes, sir.
He was detained and confined in another state.
Yes, sir.
Being held for 30 days.
Yes, sir.
Until the arresting agency here in Arkansas was supposed to go and extradite him back.
Yes, sir.
But they did not.
Yes, sir.
and that caused the state that he was in to release him.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, Rita,
Yes, sir.
and make sure you, like I said, speak up clear so the mic can get you. And I understand, and I understand that this is, you're nervous. Anyone that is watching this that can't understand that, then this is not something for them to watch. As I've stated to you earlier, this is about you and your grandmother. It is not about me. It's not about anyone else. It's about you having the narrative and control here. And as I stated to you, and I'll state it on camera, if I ask you something and you don't feel comfortable with answering it, just tell me you don't feel comfortable with answering it. Now, I've spoken with you on the phone before this, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you expressed to me that you wanted to tell your story.
Yes, sir.
And I remember I asked you, what did you want as a resolution for your story? Do you remember what you told me you wanted?
I really don't. I'm so sorry.
Okay, let me ask you like this. Do you remember me asking you, what did you want to happen to the young man that did this to you? Tell the viewers in totality what you want.
I want justice, because, there are a lot of little girls out here that has been molested or raped by their cousins and don't know how to speak up.
Okay, so tell me again exactly what happened from the age that it started at, what exactly happened to the point that we're at right now.
Well, from the age of 5, I was touched by Carlos, which is his name, and he wasn't like, putting anything, like he would just, his hands was in my pants. So, and then from 11, because, he moved out when I was like 6, 7 years old, and so then he came back at 10, I'm gonna jump ahead. He came back when I was 10 years old, and he had a son, and he had his girlfriends, and wait, what? My voice? Can they hear me?
Yeah, she just said just pick your voice up some if you can.
Oh, okay. So when I was from the age of 10, when he came back to Little Rock, he was moved in with his girlfriend.
Yeah, asking she speak up a little.
Yeah, you gonna have to really just. I know your
She's
voice
shy.
is really
She's
light
shy
and
right
shy,
now.
and we get that. But you got this camera here, and you got viewers there and here that are trying to hear. So you just got to give me your outside voice. Give me your outside voice, like as if you mad. You know that voice.
Okay, so start back over.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I was 5, me and Carlos, we were really close. We were actually close. So I used to sleep with him. I used to just be in the room with him. So one day we was watching this video on his phone. It was like a gaming video or like a movie or something. And he put his hands in my pants. And me being young, I'm not thinking anything of it. I'm thinking that it's normal. So now I'm gonna jump a little bit ahead. When I was 6, he moved out of the house. He went his separate way, and I was still living with my grandparents. So now I'm 10 years old, and I'm like up in the house, just chilling, watching TV. He come over here, and his girlfriend, we meet his girlfriend and his child, because we didn't know he had a child. So then, like a couple weeks later, he started slapping my butt, and I'm like, oh, so he still remembered when he put his hand in my pants. So now I'm gonna jump ahead again. I'm 11 years old and I'm doing stuff I ain't got no business doing, like smoking weed, drinking alcohol. So this one day, me, my sister, his girlfriend, and him, we were all outside. We were talking, we were smoking, and we were drinking. So we were just talking about life and what we wanted to be and stuff like that. So then we all got a little tired and we came inside the house. Star, she went to the room and she went to sleep.
Now, who is Star?
My sister.
Okay, go ahead.
And his girlfriend, she went to on the couch and she went to sleep. Me and him, we went back outside and we finished smoking. I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm not thinking that what's gonna happen, what's gonna happen next. So we in the car, we smoking, we on our phone, and I'm playing the game on my phone. And I got lost. I was like, so I'm playing on my phone, playing the game on my phone, and I feel a stare. You know how you feel when people
It
stare
says she's
at you.
still not talking loud enough.
Oh lordy.
Yeah, you gonna have to talk. You got to give us your outside voice, baby. You got to. I know you.
They said you can hear, but she just soft spoken.
Yeah.
Like they can hear you, but it's like you just a little shy. That's all.
Oh, so they can hear her.
Yeah, she's just soft spoken.
Okay, okay. I thought they were saying they couldn't hear her.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so now, okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm very shy and very nervous. So if you can't hear me, I'm really sorry about that. But I'll try to speak up. So now we're in the car. Do I need to speak up a little more?
Yeah, come on up as much as you can. If you got the like this, do that.
Okay.
You know, as much as you can.
Okay, so now we are in the car and I'm on my phone and I'm
Perfect.
watching the game. I said watching it. I'm playing the game and I feel him staring at me. You know how you feel when somebody just staring at you. So I look over and then we asked me, do I want to do this thing you put in your mouth and you blow the weed or something like that?
A charge.
A charge. So he asked me if I wanted to do a charge. And I'm like, okay. And then after the charge, he kissed me. And I'm really not thinking of it, so I kiss him back. And then after that, he asked me to pull my pants down. And I put my pants down. I know, young and stupid. And he pulled his pants down. And then he asked me to come over there, like hop over his side. And then I do. And then I feel his penis out, you know. And then he tried to put it in my vagina. And I said, no. We tried multiple attempts. And I said no because it hurt. Like, it really actually hurted. So after we got done doing that, I went back on my side, and then we finished smoking and drinking, and then we got out of the car, and we went back into the house. Back into the house, and then I went to go get me a change of panties because my panties was wet and had blood in it. So now it's the next day, and we are just like acting like nothing happened. It was normal. So that was the first time it happened. The second time it happened was like a couple weeks later, a couple months later, and it was just him this time. My grandma and my papa, they went to the it's like a car store, like where you get your tires and stuff. Like he went to that kind of store, and we're in the kitchen. His child is in the living room. Star is in the bedroom. Star can't hear nothing. And so we're in the kitchen, and we start kissing again, start making out basically, and then he pulled down his pants again. I pulled down my pants. Second time, no, because it still hurted. Then here comes, I'm 12, no, I'm still 11, about to be 12. Yeah, because I think it was like November, something like that. So I'm 11 years old again, still. And this time we over here thinking that my papa was gonna pass. Because when my papa got sick, a couple, like when?
In 23.
In 23. So my papa was sick. Grandma called Carlos over because we thought that was gonna be his last breath and stuff. So when Carlos came over, I'm sorry,
Take your time.
when Carlos came over, my papa asked him to blow him a charge. Something my papa will never do because my papa never smoked weed like that. So Carlos blew him a charge. He kissed us on the cheek, and like we was like in the kitchen, like living room. You know what I'm talking about? So we were in the kitchen, and me and him are talking. And I go through my text messages, and it's like a picture of me. I'm not gonna say names because I'm very comfortable with that right there. And my sister, she come in the kitchen, and she's like, "Is that your legs?" I'm like, "No, it's just something else." And she's like, "I thought that was your legs." I'm like, "No, it's not." So me and Star and Carlos, we go outside, and we're talking, and we're smoking, and we're drinking after we left the kitchen. And Star asked him a question, and she like, out of all the girls you've been with, who had the best vagina? And he said, I can't say because you're gonna look at us different. And then me, I'm drunk and I'm high, not knowing what I'm doing. And I say, Star, it was me. And she like, what? And I said, it was me. And she said, nah. Then she went back inside the house to get her something to drink. And then she come out and she almost caught us kissing. Because after Star went inside the house to get her something to drink, who loves some nervous? After Star went inside the house to get something to drink, he told me to get up and come in because he wanted to kiss me. So I did. I got up and we kissed. Now this is where it started. She almost caught us kissing, and she said she was gonna stay inside the house because she got tired. And me and Carlos, we stayed out there. We finished drinking. We finished smoking, and then he said he put his pants down, and he said, "Come here." I came there, and I got on top of him, and that's where I lost my virginity fully. And it was on the chair. I got my car, and then the next day, I'm like, nothing happened. So really, nothing happened. And now fast forward to like I'm 12 now, and I'm in my early 12, and no, I'm in my late 12s. Yeah, because it was my grandma's birthday, so I was 12. Yeah. It was the last time that anything ever happened was October 15th, my grandma's birthday, and he came to the house because that morning, it was like the morning, like 12 something before my grandma's birthday, he called her and he said that him and his girlfriend and his kids were moving to Louisiana with his sister. And my grandma, after losing my papa, my grandma, she felt lonely, and Carlos was like a second son to her. Like, they were so close. So we grandma was crying, man Star was in the living room, and I'm in the bedroom because I'm going to sleep. And then the next day, which is still the 15th or earlier or later the next day, somebody said that. And Carlos came over there to get his stuff. He was living with us at the time, and well, let me rephrase that. He was living with us, but then he moved back into his girlfriend's mama's house. So, yeah. And he came back to the house, and he was getting his stuff. And when I was in the bed, like just waking up, he come over there and kissed me, grabbed my neck, and we kissed. So, and then I got up, I went to the bathroom to go brush my teeth, and then he asked me to do something. He asked me to go to the tobacco store to go get my grandma and him some cigarettes. And I said, okay, but before then, he asked me to pull my grandma's car out the garage, so I did. And when we got inside the truck, he asked me, he said that I have to have you before you go. So what do you mean by that? He wanted. So when we got back and we was helping me, my uncle, and Carlos, we were packing up his stuff to inside the back of the trunk. And when we got done doing that, oh Lord,
Take your time.
when we got done doing that, my uncle left for work. My grandma was in the house asleep. My sister was also in the house asleep. We were and I was outside. We were both outside, and we was in the truck, and that is where we last did it, in the truck.
And you were 12 years old then.
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, let me preface all that with this, so people will understand one thing. None of that was your fault.
Thank you.
Regardless of your participation, you were a child. He was the adult. He was the one who should not have touched you and knew the things that he was doing to you were wrong. Not just because he was your cousin, but because he was a grown man. I just want you to know, going forward, that every man out here is not corrupt. There are people who love you that don't even know you personally, but care about you genuinely because of who you are, period. I didn't expect
I
didn't expect to get emotional. I've never gotten emotional on camera, but you know, I don't have kids, but I have a 13-year-old niece, and I love her dearly. And I can only imagine if something like that happened to her, what I would do. There would be no jail that could hold me. There would be absolutely nothing anyone could say to me to stop me from eviscerating him or her. No one has a right to touch on and violate a child for their own sexual gratification. So I said all that to say, I just want viewers to know that, because there are going to be some people that's going to say, hold on, wait a minute, she participated in this, she did the, why did she do this, why didn't she contact her mama, why didn't she do it? Well, people can easily say why you didn't do this and why you didn't do that, but the controlling, that's the reason we have the word grooming, for those that don't understand what grooming means. It goes in the same context when you use train a child up for how they should be. And that's what he did to you. He used your vulnerability, your pureness, and your non-developed mind for his own sexual gratification. And for that, he should burn in hell. But before he reaches hell, it is going to be my goal, along with some other people, to make sure that he burns here on earth before he burns in hell. Because it's not just going to stop right here. Now, again, I understand that this has been reported to the police, and the police has it, and they're investigating. So it's not a case that, why hasn't this been reported to the police? It is a case that you want to put this on social media because the justice system has had this case for almost a year now.
Yes, sir.
To be exact, come around June or July.
Yes, sir.
So of 2024.
Yes, sir.
So it's been almost coming up on a year that they've had this man in custody in another state,
Yes, sir.
holding him for the agency here in Arkansas to go and get him to extradite him back to Arkansas. But the detective on the case, and we will not say the detective's name, we will not say the agency that it's with, but that detective did not go to the state of Louisiana and get him.
Yes, sir.
So basically, it's safe to say that the detective and that agency not only dropped the ball, but they basically failed to protect
Yes, sir.
your granddaughter.
Yes, sir.
Because if they had went down there when Louisiana had him in custody, he would be locked up now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And we
sir.
wouldn't even be here.
No, sir. He signed the extradition papers. He signed them.
So now, again, I'm going to ask you a few questions. And as I stated, if I ask you something that you don't feel comfortable with, just tell me. Now, it's my understanding that Carlos filmed some of, if not all of these sex acts with you.
Yes, sir.
And it's my understanding that you were able to get those video footages. And I will say this, we're not going to show the video footage. We are not. I haven't even seen the video footage because it depicts child porn and I don't want to see it. But the detectives do have those
We
videos.
have everything.
They got the pictures, the
Video,
videos, and everything.
the text messages.
Yes, anything that went on between him and her, they got it.
So let me reiterate this again to show how brazen this man was. He not only had sex with you, but he had the audacity to take pictures and to video the sex acts,
Yes, sir.
which basically also is federal charges for, you know, having child porn and well, that's yeah, okay. So now you spoke about text messages.
Yes, sir.
And you and I talked about text messaging.
Yes, sir.
So let's start with this. Let's start with the text messages that Carlos sent you. Now, what I'll do is you can show me the text messages and what you want me to read. So I will give you all some of the evidence of communication that was transmitted from this sick pedo to this young girl.
Did you take the pictures up?
Yeah, this one. Got to my
I
brain.
didn't want me to get blind. Blind don't have the pictures in.
Okay, this one is the first time.
He's in blue or who's in
Wait,
blue?
Okay, before I read this, I said some things I ain't got no business saying. So I'm in the one in the blue. I said, can you send me our video? Or just read his?
Okay, so you're in the blue.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, these text messages is from his phone because it has his, you know. Okay, so Rita says, can you send me our video? He responds, is this actually you asking? He didn't say what video. I don't have no video. He just wants to make clarity that it's her. She responds, yes. He responds, prove it. Send me one before I do, just trying to make sure.
Oh Lord, that one is.
He says, not talking about one of you. She responds, playing with my private part. He says, yes, just to make sure. Okay, that's that, yeah. Don't, yeah. So she's got very many more text messages between her and this man where he's asking for clarification. Because, see, she wants that video because at this point in time, she knows, okay, what was being done should not have been done. So now I have to get proof. And she's in a different mind frame at this point in time, to a point that she knows what was going on was wrong. She's no more naive, and she's gotten some sensibility to her. Yeah.
Carlos led her to believe that they were in a relationship, that they were in a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship. He told her in a text message that she couldn't find that he wished he had proposed to her instead of his kid's mother.
How old was he at this time?
He's 14 years old than me, so 26.
So he was 20. We'll just say he was well over 21.
Yeah.
He was well over 18. So his age in that context doesn't matter, the specific. He was an adult. Now, as I stated, there are plenty more explicit text messages between y'all two. And I'm not going to subject you to read anymore. I think that last one that your grandma said, which, you know, him talking about he wish he had proposed to you and married you. That's So now it's my understanding that his girlfriend got into this in some type of way and started sending you text messages.
Yeah.
How did she come about?
You want to see the text?
Yeah. How did she come about just, well, I just wait till you pull them up.
The girlfriend felt something.
Let's take it away.
She felt something. They were there at the house and she got mad and left. And it was something that was on Facebook. And I don't know if it was me or Rita that screenshotted it and sent it to him. Her response back to him was, who sent it? Your messy ass Amy or your...
So the one on this side is her and the one on this side is him.
Okay, so where it says this shit, it's all that's you. Okay. So it's all right for me to read this.
Okay, I'm sure. This one is her. This one is him.
That's him.
That's the message between him and Ronika.
his girlfriend. He sent it to him.
Okay, so none of this is you.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so let me get it clear so I can narrate properly.
Okay, so how I got those text messages is because he always let me go through his phone.
Okay.
And the text message right there is between him and his girlfriend.
Those two at the top.
This one is him. That one is her.
Okay.
And
So
who was this?
and
Him and that's her.
okay, so him and his girlfriend. So he says this shit is exhausting. Every day is something, multiple times a day. The shit here, man. Then he says, it's BL5ND, whatever that is. You make me want to say fuck it so bad and just finish what I tried to do years ago. Then his girlfriend says, who told you your bitch or your messy ass auntie the fuck NIGGA? You just started with me, but now you want to do all this after I just put my last on that raggedy ass truck and gave you most of my cigarettes and and my drink and smoke, damn near all my weed with shaking my effing head. I'm good on all this. Your cousin have you cuz I'm over.
You can have your cousin.
His cousin. She's talking about
Talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she said,
This was before everything came out. This is way before everything came out.
so
She knew.
she was just suspecting it.
No, she knew.
She had a feeling. And I got the text messages when everything came out, how she reacted to it. You want to see those?
Hold on, let me finish this. Then he said, okay, I know what he's saying when he's saying the B1590. That's another word for the female dog word. He called her B. He said, you mad cause I'm not finna come get you. Some you can sit outside all night or in a truck. What the fuck? I lock. Then he says, but I see how you feel. Thanks for letting it be known how you feel about my uncle trucking and shit.
So he states there, his uncle.
Yeah.
So that's her granddaddy.
So yeah, show me the text me. So now what we're about to see now are text messages that she sent to you. Huh?
I did not mean to put two.
Okay.
That's her. That's her and me. And
Okay. She's on the left and you're on the right. Okay. So she says, what are you nasty ass looking for the fuck? Then you said, girl, ain't nobody looking at you. And how do am I nasty when your man wanted me too?
Yes, me. I didn't want us to.
Let's be clear. Nika Rita is 13 years old, and when you need to speak to anyone and speak to me, I'm the adult. And okay, this you. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, it's on her page, but okay. So you're saying, let's be clear. Nika Rita is 13 years old, and when you need to speak to anyone, you speak to me. I'm the adult, and let's get this straight now. Who's nasty? And nasty is you, and you still sleeping with a rapist. Your baby daddy is a rapist, and tell that story to these folks and leave Rita alone with your uneducated ace. Arse. That's how I would put it. Way to go. I like that read.
Which one is which?
Who?
Her and my
Sister.
I think that you were starting one of y'all.
Okay.
Okay, so Carlos's baby mama or girlfriend. Now, again, this is a grown woman attacking And you were how old at that time?
I was 13.
Attacking a 13-year-old about some Negro that she trying to be with, that he done molested his a 13, a 12, 11,
Cousin.
all the way down to 5-year-old cousin. So this girl says, killing myself laughing. How was she raped when she gave it up willingly? Y'all all nasty like the fuck. I said you should have taught her better instead. That ain't even necessary. No. That's giving her few. That ain't even necessary. She, again, that goes back to giving her or anyone the fuel to accuse you or make you believe that you are at fault. As I stated 15 to 20 minutes ago, and I'll state it again for the people that's in the back that can't hear or don't understand. In no way, shape, form, or fashion were you ever at fault. I don't give a flying hoot what you participated in, the fact that you were groomed. He took advantage of your innocence and groomed you to, like your grandmother said, to where you thought y'all were in a relationship. This was your first. He was your first. But it wasn't pure. It wasn't beautiful. It was, you may have thought it was at some point, but that was because he controlled your mind. He told you to do this and do that, to a point that you're arguing or debating with his girlfriend, or she's debating and arguing with you because of something he did to you that he never should have done. I don't know what else to say on this. And what's her name?
Who?
The girlfriend.
Renika Clay Brooks.
Okay, so Renika, if you out there and you watching this, or someone is out there that knows you, you get donkey of the day. You get donkey of the day. Because as an adult, you should know that you should have immediately, with your intuition, that's another adult that failed you. Because as a female, she should have immediately known within her intuition that this was going on. She should have immediately took your side and came to your grandma, whomever, and said, hey, I'm feeling this is going on. And then helped bring this sick pedo to justice. But instead of her doing that, she chose to attack you. Mm-hmm. She chose to attack the victim, the 13-year-old victim, the 12-year-old victim, the 11-year-old victim, and the 5-year-old victim.
So where is she at now?
Here in Little Rock.
With her mama.
With her mama over there in Southwest. And his name is Carlos Barnes.
So, Carlos Barnes, that's the pedo.
Yes, sir.
And right now he's in
Louisiana, so they say. His family's hiding him out.
Okay, so this guy And reiterating back, and just so people will understand, a police agency here in Arkansas, because this, where was this started at?
Here in Little Rock.
Here in Little Rock. Okay. Excuse me. So, a police agency here in Little Rock was given the charges or the evidence, and a charge was filed. A warrant was put out for Carlos's arrest. Carlos was locked up in Louisiana, one of the Louisiana jails, and 30-day hold was placed on him for the law enforcement agency to go there and extradite him back to Arkansas. But said agency and detective failed egregiously at a minimum to have 30 whole days to go and get him and bring him back to Arkansas. They did not, which meant Louisiana had no choice but to let, by law, Carlos out. Now, because of all that, and they're slow dragging on getting your daughter and your granddaughter and you justice, you all have felt like the only course of action now is to contact myself, Marquez TV, and Little Rock Hood News.
Yes,
to get it out there to social media.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully this will put the flame, the flicker, to a bigger flame and make them finally go to Louisiana and arrest. I mean, the way I know the law to be, why not just get the U.S. Marshals to go and get him?
He told me they were. They supposed to have been involved. He told me that.
The detective did?
Yes, sir. I got text messages and everything where he has texted me numerous times saying that the U.S. Marshal was on it. That the U.S. Marshal was on it. He sent it wasn't a nationwide, it's a big warrant. So if he went to Hawaii and got arrested, they would automatically get him and hold him and call, the police station here in Little Rock to come get him.
Kind of like a bolo, be on the lookout, or kind of in that context. It's a nationwide warrant, but yeah, there's no. And my understanding, he has a uncle or a brother that was also
an
uncle that was arrested and did time in prison for pretty much the same thing.
Yes, sir.
So we can safely say with him and his uncle and so forth, this is some pattern of running in the family on that side.
Yes, sir.
Now, he also has a brother that's a sheriff in Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll just leave that one there. We won't say that he's trying to hide him out or whatever. I'll ask this: do you believe that his brother, that's the sheriff, knows if he's in Louisiana that he's there? That's just asking. Do you think he knows?
When I spoke with the police chief there, after I found out that Carlos had been in jail and released, I felt it upon myself to call the police chief there in Bastrop, Louisiana, and I talked with him, and I told him that Carlos had a brother that worked there, and I wanted to know how did the paperwork per se, the police here in Little Rock said he never received. So I'm wondering, if there was something on Louisiana end or there was something on Arkansas end. And I always believed that it was on Arkansas end because those people down there in Louisiana was very exclusive with me and telling me how things were handled. And I just felt that they were competent of their job and what they had told me. Because when they told me, explained to me about when they picked him up on a warrant, and when they picked him up for a warrant and ran his name, it popped up in the system. Okay, well, they reached out to Little Rock Police Department constantly, sending text messages, emails, and calling, and this, that, and other, and this, that, and other. To my understanding, Little Rock did not respond. They went to Carlos 2 times. The first time, he did not sign the extradition papers. The second time, he signed the extradition papers to come back to Arkansas to face whatever he had done.
And let me stop this because this just, when you say Little Rock Police Department, you're not saying that that's the agency that's got the warrant out for him and everything.
No, sir.
Okay, so we just want to clear that part out because the whole video we've been leaving out what particular agency it is in Arkansas that or in Little Rock or wherever that's handling it. So I just wanted to clear that part up that you're not just miraculously now saying that it's Little Rock Police Department. So it's not them. Okay, we got that.
No.
So now the last final thing I want to ask: has Carlos sent any more text messages, phone calls, or tried to contact y'all?
No, sir.
Okay. So he's just basically went off the grid.
Yeah, he's a free man.
For now.
For now.
Well, I want to thank you all for trusting us with your story. As I've told you, you are a brave young lady. I have nothing but great admiration for you. I think you are resilient. I believe that you will bounce back stronger than ever from this. And there are some people that I know personally that if you need counseling, you are taking counseling? Okay, that's good. So if you all need anything else from us, you can reach out. Whatever we can do, as much as we can, we will extend that helping hand out to you to help guide you. If you need an attorney, if a lawsuit goes to come about, I will help you with that, and we will keep your video up on social media so more people can see this. As I explained to you, if more young ladies like yourself become bold enough to not blame yourselves and to say, I am not going to be that innocent victim any longer. I'm going to speak up and say what my groomer, my molester, my pedophile did to me. It will encourage more, young boys and young girls to come forth with the stories about their situations that they're sitting on, that they're scared to say something because they believe that people will vilify them or not believe them. You are believable. We believe We know, we've seen the text messages, we know that you've got the video footage. Thanks to the pedophile for that. Thank you, Carlos. We appreciate you for videoing, dumbass. So, I just want to say thank you. That's just all. That's the only thing I can say is thank you. Appreciate you. God bless you, and y'all take care.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Y'all take care out there.
Well, that was a good one.
You think
Really?
so?
Mm-hmm.
I sounded
Oh, I
real
can see.
nervous.
They were too busy rounding up all the illegals.
What you mean
How?
by that?
The check done. Okay. The marshals are sent to arrest the suspect. It is still the rep department that took the charges out to go to extradite him.